with Zach Harris on Blue Eye Control versus Mark Anliker on his Naya Pile.
Naya Pile, you say?
Naya Pile, obviously. This time it was actually Mr. Meadows' idea to put this match on. I did not have to force him to put a Naya Pile deck on.
You act like you have to force you have to force a lot of stuff on me.
I don't
you really
actually.
Don't.
I really don't. I really don't. It's just I have bad memories of Sultai Reclamation versus Blue Light Control. Like 50 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
I mean, that happens.
It does. They both kept 7. Both liked what they had staring back at them. And
we got a Dig Dug with the 8 months in a row. What's up? You're on a hot streak.
Dig Dug 420, my man. I hope you will use those wonderful points you just got.
For the Colonnade.
Yeah, for our Celestial Colonnade giveaway this week. I'll tell you more about this after we have our pause in between rounds. But Zach is going ahead and casting Serum Visions, and he is setting himself up for future success, or so he hopes.
So, typically, if you cast Serum Visions on turn 1, I mean, yeah, locally you typically know what people are doing. But typically, you never know when people are going to switch up decks. So if you're casting Serum Visions turn 1, that typically means you're looking for lands. If I had to guess.
It definitely looks like he's, I don't want to say stuck. He's got a Field Ruin behind.
Does he have triple path?
He has triple path, which is pretty sweet here. I mean, Mark's obviously on an aggro strategy. He's played his turn 1 Wild Nicottle. So having pass to slow him down is going to feel pretty good.
Naya Pile is just basically Naya mid-range. It's just a bunch of Naya cards that are effective.
Yeah, it is affectionately referred to as Naya Pile, I think, because it's ever shifting.
Yeah.
Its strategy is be good in those colors.
Yeah, so you can really refer to it as Naya mid-range.
And we've got just the Shockland in untapped and in Mark's hand. Okay, so he's going to lay the voice because, of course, why not, right? You want to try and resolve that against control as early as possible if you can.
Yep.
But it gets hit by the leak.
The mana leak.
And Zach will take the 3 from the Wild Nicottle, and I think he'll be in pretty good position on tapping here. He's going to play Field of Ruin rather than that basic island say go.
So there's no really way to get young Mark Anliker out of a color here?
I mean, he plays enough basics that the Field of Ruin isn't going to disrupt his strategy too much.
No.
And he's got the perfect Stomping Grounds Sacred Foundry combo that, whatever land gets destroyed, he's going to be okay.
Yeah, so Zach just, using his life total as a resource as to, take the damage. And so he can, wait on his path. He's probably going to get basic,
So he can get that basic plane so that he can cast a path. And I would presume, go ahead and nail the one that just got played this turn. Mark's going to go ahead.
I mean, so actually, I don't think I like doing that now, saying, next turn you just have Cryptic mana.
Well, I think that so I guess here's a question for you. And as someone far more expert at playing control than me, I think I've played, the amount of times I've played a deck with blue in a competitive environment in my life, and I can put on one hand. Mm-hmm. When I saw that Cryptic in his hand and the fact that he was going to be able to get to 4 mana no matter what, would the modes you use on that be tap your team draw?
It really depends. I easily could be wrong, but since you have Cryptic and multiple paths in hand, you could just wait a turn, see if you draw a sweeper, and not commit to anything. If that makes any sense.
It does. It does. I'm just curious, the right use of that card. It's very. I mean, I've become to respect how skill intensive Cryptic Command is.
Finally.
Yes, I really have, and
it took you a long time.
I did, but that it's not as simple as it appears in terms of what you really use it for. Because I think people like me who are just not blue players. Look at it as, well, the counter draw, that's what it's for.
Nah, dude.
It's really not. And
no, my favorite mode is tap team draw.
So, Bloodbreed Elf into Aven Mind Sensor.
Yep.
Jiminy Christmas. So, Going to try and resolve the Aven Mind Sensor first, then Bloodbraid Elf. How much does Zach care about Aven Mind Sensor? Oh, God. It really makes problems for all kinds of... the fetches in particular. Makes Field of Ruin awkward.
Yeah.
It does a lot, but it looks like
So he's going to counter draw.
He's going to rather counter draw on the Bloodbraid Elf instead, because he's still got a path behind. So if he needs to get rid of Aven Mind Sensor, he certainly can. And he's drawn D-Sphere now, so he's got even more.
Yeah, we have the classic. I don't know what I mean by that, but the classic counter draw. So I wonder if Zach's going to draw a fetch land and if it's going to hamper anything. I think he was Serum Vision just try and find a land drop. He does. Oh, here he drew a land for turn.
Yeah, and his two that he's looking at and top and bottom has got a Jace and a
Timely
Reinforcements, both of which are money here.
Yeah, I kind of like the Timely here.
I think you keep them both on top. It's just a matter of the order, right?
Yeah, I think you want the Timely just to pad your life total a little more. And so
it also gives you blockers inevitably for when you resolve Jace, so that you can protect him. So yeah, I think that's what he just did. Play the Colonnade, his Azorius Guildgate.
Yeah, Azorius Guildgate.
And he's going to go ahead and de-sphere the Aven Mind Sensor.
Why is it flipped down? That's all I want to know. Why is this flipped down?
I'm not quite sure why Mark insisted that he not place that under the D-sphere, because it makes it confusing. But I mean, we all know what it's exiled, but it's fine. It is out of exiled away from play.
Yep. It is not in play, which is relevant.
So I haven't had a good look at what's in Mark's hand. He's got the right amount of mana to cast whatever's in his hand, but not sure what he's packing. So I do see that is a Noble Hierarch. And he has tapped the green to cast it. Is he going to try and win now? 3, 4. He's going to 5 you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8. That'll do.
Yeah, that'll do, pig. That'll do. Wow, that was a fast one.
I mean, nothing quite like using double Noble Hierarch to boost your Wild Nakano to lethal.
Make it 5/5. That's what dreams are made of, right?
Yeah, Zach's life total, he used it as a resource, and he just got down 1 too little. And, you know, it's like, it's got to feel bad to know you died with a path in your hand.
Yep, and a
Timely on top of your deck.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. And all because you decided to get rid of your opponent's Aven Mind Sensor with your D-Sphere rather than the Wild Nakano, because if you had done that, he'd have been at 1. It would not have been lethal. So that is... I get why he decided to get rid of it, but at that point, you know you're going to eliminate both of those creatures ultimately. One's going to get Path, one's going to get D-Sphered. And I suppose the idea here is... I want to get rid of the card that has the most immediate chance of affecting my side of the board. I don't really care if his Wild Nakano attacks me.
He wasn't searching at all. I mean, like, the only way he searches, he got Ghost Quartered or anything. And so I think I would have just, like, dealt with a Nakano. Just, like, if he had...
I guess there was no reason because he knew he wasn't drawing a fetch land.
Yeah, and, like, if he had double Path in hand, it doesn't matter. You can just, like, boom, boom. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I don't... Upon reflection... Choosing to D-Sphere there, and specifically choosing to D-Sphere the Aven Mind Sensor seems like the worst combination of things to do in that circumstance. And it took it took obviously a pretty specific line of play for him to lose in that circumstance. Yeah. But, you know, he was just as dead to Bolt Helix attack. I mean, he tapped down, he had no defense anymore.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll see where Zach goes with round 2. Perhaps he's thinking about his lines there.
Because, like, if he resolves Timely... So, I mean, if Mark just goes double noble and attacks with 1, you just pass the thing that's being nobled. Does that make sense?
Correct. Yeah, holding up and just casting Path there and then untapping, casting Timely Reinforcements.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, if you really want to just do everything on curve, because he had 5 land, then you can just play the you play the D sphere,
Yeah.
but you just play it on the wild Nicottle.
Yeah. And like that just gives the most chance of like actually doing something, kinda. I don't know.
I mean, it just means you take one less damage.
Yep. And if he has that one more, I think that could have bridged the gap to win.
We know that for certain, but
I mean, but it depends what
yeah, if he resolved the timely, he was obviously going to be able to buy himself at least a turn, if not two.
Yeah.
And then Jace following right after that almost
Yeah.
is GG.
I mean, Mark did have another BB in hand.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
If that changes anything.
It might have. I mean, it all depends on what would have come off the cascade. But it very well could have.
Oh yeah, very well could have, I feel like.
So Mark's the champion of the deep tech single sideboard card plan.
Yep.
I've seen him do this in a dozen different ways. I guarantee you there's a choke.
Oh, there is.
There's a choke in his deck as of game
There's
2.
also a boom bust in his sideboard, at least at one point.
A boom bust.
Yeah.
Let's get that up. Let's put that on the screen so everyone knows what that is.
I don't want to talk about it.
I think we need everyone remind everyone what this card does.
Boom bust is a magic card.
I mean, we were just talking about a Mark Anliker special just last round.
We were, weren't we?
Yeah, like some pretty shall we say corner case cards.
Oh yeah.
So it's I guess it's a potential Armageddon
Yep.
on one half.
I did get Armageddon.
And then another is destroy one land on each side of the battlefield.
Yep. And if you have fetch land, you can hold priority and fetch it away, and then make the symmetrical effect is asymmetrical.
Right, so it turns into a 2-mana stone rain.
Yes. Yes, it does.
It's kind of like Searing Blaze in that way, whereas that even though one of the targets is no longer legal, the other target still applies. You know, so
Yes.
you're like, if you try
'Cause
to
it's
like,
two targets.
yeah, because you try and Searing Blaze something and they make it hexproof, they still take 3 to the face. Comes up a lot, so. So again, we're doing the London Mulligan. Mark is satisfied with his 7, it appears, and Zach is not. All right, so I see in Zach's hand, looks like a Cleansing Nova. He's kept a 6. He's shipped an extra land to the bottom.
Cleansing Nova. Oh yeah, for like the.
No, it's Wrath of God. That's Wrath of God.
Okay, Wrath of God. Cleansing Nova, man. Wrath of God, Big Teferi, Little Teferi, classic examples. And no mana dork or turn 1 is like very detrimental. I think with the no dork.
No dork, no Nicottle.
Yeah,
that is kind of an awkward turn 1 for Mark. He needs to be kind of on pace, and particularly if Zach is staring down a hand that's got a little Teferi in it, so he's going to be able to bounce whatever he plays here.
Yeah, like if he just plays Tarmogoyf for voice right here, it's like, all right, cool, bounce.
Yeah, God, Tarmogoyf would be awful. 1-2.
Yep. Because only land would be in the graveyard. All right, so what are we going to... Goyf. All right, let's play a
1-2 Goyf. The worst.
The best, you mean? It's only a slight upgrade to Xander's form at this point.
I mean, gosh, I guess you kind of have to bounce it no matter what, because it essentially, sets Mark back a turn. But yeah, Dragon Rider 47. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you even bounce that? I guess you have to.
I mean, so it doesn't matter because like if he even goes Bolt right here.
Oh, it's a Weeaboo Teferi. I love it. It's Weeaboo Teferi. It's not just little Teferi. It's Weeaboo Teferi. Zach Harris, you the man. Oh, you got a path off of that. That was totally worth it.
No, so the reason why you bounce right here is because like
it sets Mark back a turn. Whatever.
And plus, like even if like Mark has a Bolt, like he can just go Bolt and attack Teferi to kill it. Because Goyf would become a 3/2.
Right.
2/3, and
it was enough as a 1/2 to kill Teferi.
Yeah. Yeah. And this way, like, you don't, like, just uptick and do nothing. At least, like, you stay even card economy-wise.
Yeah, no, that was the right call. And the fact that he got a path off of it just made it so much better. But yeah, Weeaboo Teferi, I love it.
Ooh. So, wait, why did we shock here?
Yeah, why hold up mana?
Why did we shock here?
I think Mark might have forgotten that he can't cast spells right now. Moopsies. But, you know, Teferi's a new card. Yeah, it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. Not understanding.
So, we have Thalia out. Why did we shock here?
To be fair, the chances of that 2-life being super relevant in this matchup is pretty narrow.
Yeah.
If Mark's life total gets low enough that that's going to matter, he is lost. Of course, we've got looks like main phaser upkeep path on Thalia for 2.
Draw step path.
Draw step path.
Because he gets priority in draw step and started to get priority in the main phase. So you know what new Teferi also stops? No, we already drew, Mark. It stops cascade effects.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Are we just gonna go ambush 4-mana 3/2 haster? Thank you, that blue magic guy.
That blue magic guy's followed us. Hello, that blue magic guy. Welcome.
Oh, this is not going to end well.
Yeah, he's about to.
Can he not cascade?
Yeah, he just got told he can't. Yeah. Oops. Mark just found out the hard way why little Teferi's good times. You can't do it because it's casting it at instant speed.
Yeah.
Not at sorcery speed.
Yeah.
He's trying to argue, and you might call the judge, but you can only cast spells at the time you can cast a sorcery, and a cascade effect is not a sorcery.
Yeah. Yeah. Test rack. I'll hook you up with 53 points in a second, if I can.
Yeah, obviously, as you can tell, we're kind of a judge call, but
yeah, you've been following for a while. I'll just give you. It doesn't matter. Oh yeah, just Steve call bottom. It stays exiled because you can't cast it, right?
Well, you can choose not to cast it, right? So you can just put it on bottom.
Oh yeah. Hey, we can choose not to cast it. We'll go to bottom.
Yeah, you can't cast it, so we'll just go to the bottom, I think.
Commands. Let me give you 50 points here real quick, my dude. So yeah, we just can't cast them. Assuming I can. I assume I can because I'm a mod. Yeah, okay, so get me an online subscription to what? But yeah, the judge call Gruul Spellbreaker should just be to the bottom. If I had to guess.
I mean, the Teferi's flat out says can only cast spells when you can cast a sorcery, so you can't cast it. So yeah, it just says put exiled cards on the bottom in random order.
Yeah.
And it's an exiled card, so it goes on the bottom. I mean, that seems like a pretty clear, plain reading of the text.
Yeah. So, yeah. This is why people don't like new Teferi. It like does stops. It stops like a lot of stuff.
It definitely makes it a card that you have to deal with in an awkward way. Like, legitimately, I think the most elegant way that I've dealt with a little Teferi has been in Standard by just playing playing Legion Warboss, token kills Teferi. Like, so they bounce your turn 2 play. That's your turn 3 play. The token kills Teferi and you pass. Like, that's like the ideal way to handle it. Like, I played a creature like I would normally play a creature. I used my value, my turn 1 value out of the creature, and I got there.
Yeah, we just so while we wait here, is he really pulling out his phone right now?
I feel like this judge call has gone on far too long, and if Scott's not already over there, he should be to resolve this, but he's coming. Okay, that's great.
All right, great. Yeah, no, so this is like another thing about New Teferi. Like, it sounds like the most fun thing about Magic. You can't do stuff at instant speed. Like
or things on your opponent's turn, which is like definitely the most like interactive, strategic part of the game.
Yeah. Like, why did we give static ability to Planeswalkers? Like, some of them are cool, not like.
Naya players. Hey, listen. Hashtag not all Naya players. I know not to cast a cascading. Is this still a debate over if it goes to the bottom or not?
Yeah.
That's neat. That's great.
I mean, at least we can attack Teferi with BBE.
Yeah, I mean, I assume that's where we're going to wind up after this, but.
Yeah.
Okay.
Naya play. Attack.
Hashtag Naya all players.
Oh wait, no.
Antifa Lockhart.
No, we can do this before damage. We can cast Serum Visions.
Oh yeah, because he ticked him up.
Yeah, if he finds Path, I'm gonna laugh. Mark's gonna be livid if he finds Path. I think.
Getting all the value. He's tapping.
Wait, you Pathalia. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Did he think he still had Path in his hand? Whoops. Anyway, after all that, draw go.
Yep. All right, now Mark can cast instances.
Yes, he can. Now he can cast a Bloodbraid Elf and get value.
What in the world is going on? Well, we had a judge call about BBE and New Teferi, Teferi 3, Teferi Time Ravel.
Not sure if Mark cast knowing or not knowing.
I don't think he knew.
I don't think he knew, but he basically got trapped into a cascade that did not work out.
So we target Path probably with this Snapper.
And right, you're making your opponent hold up their whole turn because whatever they play is going to wind up getting passed.
Unless we play Choke.
Or Choke or Planeswalker.
Yeah.
Which I know he's got
several.
Arlen Cord, Johnny Vengeant. He's going to go ahead and just cast a Tarmogoyf into a path that has got a flashback at the moment.
I mean, Goyf is probably like the worst threat here. It's just a beater.
It is, but it's a beefy one right now.
It is
an instant sorcery land creature.
Yep. So it is land. Yeah, it's a 5/6. He might not even path anything.
Right now, he's going to path something. I mean, you might as well. It's just a matter of what. He's going to go ahead and take the Tarmogoyf.
I mean, he has Wrath of God. I mean, so, okay, it makes some sense to path right there. Mainly because, no, New Teferi is 3 mana. Mainly because, like, if you don't path then, Excuse is just going to eat the path.
Zach probably really wanted to land there because he has been chilling with Big Teferi in his hand for a while.
Yep.
And, man, another Weeaboo Teferi really would help him out right now as well. But
another Weeaboo Teferi. I'm weak. It's
a Weeaboo Teferi. I say that. It's impressive. Yeah. Teferi version 4. I guess there's Commander Teferi, Planeswalker Duck Teferi, Big Teferi, Weeaboo Teferi.
Planeswalker. So you got 5 mana Teferi. The hero. No, not the hero. The creature.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Teferi version 5.
The Commander Teferi, which is number 2.
I will never stop calling it Weeaboo Teferi.
You got the Hero Dominary and the play. This is actually Teferi 5, people.
Yeah, it's Teferi 5.
Not Teferi 4, Teferi 5. I had to think about that.
I think of all the Weeaboo Planeswalkers, though, my personal favorite is still Soren because he looks like Alucard from Symphony of the Night.
I respect that.
It's just too perfect.
Alucard. Are you a big Castlevania fan?
I cannot describe to you how big a Castlevania fan that I am, Mr. Meadows. I am such a big Castlevania fan. Not only have I 200%ed Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I purchased the Symphony of the Night remaster for PlayStation because it had the original PC Engine release of Rondo of Blood on it, which I'd never been able to play because I only played the nerfed version that was on SNES.
All right.
Yes.
I did not know.
I kept my Genesis until 2008 because I had a copy of Castlevania Bloodlines, and it was the only way to play it until literally this year, which is the Genesis Castlevania game you probably never knew existed.
I didn't know half the Castlevania games existed. I read all I've done about Castlevania was like watch a YouTube video.
You don't know about my Castlevania fandom, sir. It's got levels. So meanwhile, Mark is
Field Ruin. So we can Field Ruin to cancel this Field Ruin, but it sets Mark behind a land.
I think he's probably got on the basic in there.
This nurse throwing out the reboot.
He's got probably a basic mountain in there. I bet you. So I don't think it sets him back. Yeah, there it is. Because usually it's the plains, 2 forests, and a mountain. You play 4 basics.
Lock. Tifa Lofhark. We just gotta adjust the mics. We have a equalizer and everything. We apparently just don't know. We just don't know how it works. If I'm being honest.
All right. So
we have a soundboard.
Mark has all of the lands, and he's got looks like his double noble and his scavenging ooze, but Zach is packing a wrath that he has been sitting on since his opening hand. And it looks like
why are we just what?
He's gonna bounce draw.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, like at this point, the wrath is the right play, right? Like I'm not crazy.
Okay, no, I think I see what's going on. He's hoping to a land, like an untapped land, so he can go fetch, place a Big Teferi, hold up Spellquiller.
Oh, you're right. That's exactly what it looks like what he's doing.
But then
tick up, draw.
Why do we keep Spellquiller against a deck that has Lightning Bolt in it? That's my next question.
I mean, you got to try to make this work with the tools that you have at hand, and he's got a second Big Teferi in his hand.
Yeah.
So if Big Teferi is going to eat it on this, then so be it.
Yeah.
He can just do it, roll it out again, and then Mark's
like
out of
roll.
Yes, just like that.
Out of boss, roll out.
This way, he can also capture the extra value of potentially getting one of Mark's plays here, since so much of his deck is in Spellquiller range to begin with.
Yeah, except Baneslayer Angel.
Baneslayer Angel is definitely outside of Spellquiller land.
Oh man, this Kessig kills Teferi. I think. Yes, it does. I did the maths. I did the calculus.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, the Exalted Noble would definitely kill Teferi here.
And basically what Mark does... Oh. Both that... Oh, wow. I like this.
I guess if he does tap down, it's still exactly 5, right?
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not playing around a removal spell. Why play around a removal spell? I ain't playing around that. Or does someone do anything and bluff? That could be wrong.
Oh, this is interesting. So now, like, Mark is put in this position that he has to take his entire turn to kill this Teferi.
Yeah.
But he'll just get time walked by a path.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, he does. Obviously, we know. We have the pleasure of knowing that it would work if he goes for it. If Mark taps down, you would get it because his interaction is actually.
I mean, he's making Zach think. So, like, he knows he has some sort of thing. Like.
It's going to give it 4?
Yeah. Huh?
That is very weird. Because he wanted to play Wild Nicottle.
All right. So now this is
That
okay.
was bizarre. That was a
Yeah.
bizarre line. Like, if he had just not attacked with the Noble, that would have worked out fine.
All right. Now I think Zach's going to pull ahead in it because now he can Wrath and hold a Cryptic.
Yeah, like, that was nuts.
Yeah.
That was absolutely bizarre on Mark's part. I did not understand that line.
Yeah. Now this is when Zach is going to pull ahead.
Yeah, if he had just I mean, what he was doing made sense as long as he only attacked with one Noble Hierarch.
Well, even two, because that makes it so like he just can't flash in a Snapcaster Mage.
Right, but at that point, commit. Like, once there's no blocks, just okay. Like,
yeah, I don't get why we're playing Colonnade here when we don't have another land. That's why. So we're going to go. Oh, well, we have Path and Smokeholder now, which answers both. Oh yeah, that all seems right. I think.
yeah, I mean, Zach's definitely on the right line at this point. I'm still trying to
on the right side of history. I don't know.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around that particular set of decisions on Mark's part.
Like, it makes sense like what he does because like he he's like not playing around from Path at that point. Now this is probably when we get Spellquellered. If I had a wild guess. Now what Zach can do with the trigger on stack is Path is on Spellqueller, so like Huntmaster is gone forever. I don't know if he wants to do that.
The old Feet Hunter trick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I remember it from.
Yeah, because like they started. Well, like they kind of had to do the. I don't know if they had to do old templating with Spellqueller. Yeah.
So I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see if Mark. So like Mark. Yep. All right.
There seems to be some discussion.
Oh no, like about like put it under Spellqueller. I think.
I don't understand Mark's hesitance to allow his cards to be under the card affecting those cards.
So like, do we have an instant speed thing that like when it's not jamming like our Night of Autumn or like known scavenger news in?
Is that a condemn?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
what I mean. Like, I mean, Spellqueller is like an old template.
Mm-hmm.
But.
I mean,
so I think, like I said, I think with the Wrath play and the Cryptic and like this hold up interaction, it really sealed the fate of this young one Mark Anliker. I'm really curious what he has up for instant speed at this point.
Yeah, I mean, here comes Jace. I mean, this just feels really over at this point. I mean, Teferi and Jace on board, being able to lock down your draw.
Oh, Fate Seal.
Yeah, I mean, this is rough. Teferi is going to be able to defend himself from this point forward. He's packing a second Teferi behind. He's got Condemn. I mean, this is all good stuff.
Yeah. So. Okay, but still, so slight mishap for sequencing for Zach. I think you're supposed to Serum Vision first, Scry 2, then uptick with Teferi to have known max information about like what you're drawing.
I agree. That way you.
Like you just get the most. Has he activated Teferi yet?
He has not. It looks like he might forget to.
If he forgets.
That would be a pretty big blunder on his part if he.
Yeah. Yep. I don't think he did.
He did not. He's been.
He didn't activate the fairy, I think.
Wait, you know what? You're right. He did because it's at 3 counters now.
Oh, yeah,
It went from 1 to 2 to 3. You're absolutely right. We must have just missed it. So Mark flashed an even mind sensor.
So why did we Serum Visions then Teferi? Teferi uptick then Serum Visions. That's what I'm wondering about.
So gonna go ahead and condemn Aven Mind Sensor.
Yep, sounds about right.
That's about what you do there.
That goes to bottom. All right, okay, that makes sense. Scavenger News.
Plenty of ammunition for it, but you know,
oh, this is a big game, but it doesn't matter.
I feel like it's the exact worst time to start rolling this out because now Zach has the capacity to do so much to control what's going on here. So obviously,
If I'm Zach, I just want to flashback Wrath of God here. But if I'm...
Well, if he does that, the Spell Queller having...
Hunt Master, yeah, you're right.
Hunt Master goes.
Yeah, I just forgot he has Hunt Master because it's not under it.
Right, like, which is the weird part about the board state at the moment.
Yeah.
That Reliquary is probably big. I want to say probably at least a 5/5.
Yeah, it's a 5/5.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the impression these guys are not going to finish a game 3 unless it's a real quick blowout on Mark's part. Because Zach is definitely grinding this one out. I definitely would say that very likely he will be victorious. Mark's down to 1 card in hand. He can make that night big game, but
not really.
He's not ever going to be able to stick it. I mean, Jace is just going to bounce him, and that's going to be it. Meanwhile,
and we did activate the fairy this turn. He did not attack with Spell Queller. Okay.
Yeah, and then Mark's going to pack it in, so they can try and get to game 3 instead.
Make sure he does it. Make sure he remembers Hunt Master over the side.
He did. He grabbed it.
No, it's not. It's right there, I think.
Oh, under the die.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm smart.
Hey, you're helping him out.
And so if you want to play a dirtily deck like Zach Harris over here, we have the thing for you.
What's that?
Celestial Colonnade.
Wait a second. Are you saying that the generous the people here at Top Deck Productions are giving away a Celestial Colonnade from Ultimate Masters?
Yeah.
My goodness gracious. Well, if that interests you, you have until this evening to enter. We'll be giving it away after the 4th round. 1 Celestial Colonnade from Ultimate Masters, 25 points per ticket. No cap on the tickets per person. If you want to see how many points you have, exclamation point points, exclamation point enter to get a ticket, exclamation point enter with a number if you want to get multiple. And then it's 500 points for subscriber. We know we had a few people who upped their subscriptions tonight, so you can use those right away. We had a new follower tonight, I saw. 50 points for that. That's 2 tickets right there. Go ahead and use them. 1 point for every 1 bit cheered, 5 points for every 10 minutes watched, 10 if subscribed. So we're going to game 3 here. It has been pointed out by Antifa Lockhart, which is true, that with the extended judge call about Blood Raid, I guess they might have more time than indicated, so they may get to finish this. But Mark will be on the play for game 3.
Yeah, they probably have like a slight time extension. But yeah, like Mark, I don't think like.
Oh, okay. So we've got it added already.
We didn't realize that.
The Zoolander. Love it.
Yeah.
Let me see your blue steel, the Zoolander. It's all part of following us here at Top Deck Productions. Welcome.
Wish I knew that. I wish I knew Zoolander references now.
You don't?
No.
How? Why?
Should I watch that movie tonight?
You should definitely watch that movie. Like, I don't know if
tonight?
I'm not. Listen, I'm not your supervisor. I'm not going to tell you have to watch it tonight, but you should watch it.
So, but if I have nothing better tonight, there's no reason not to.
There's no reason not to.
All right. I guess I might. All right. So I think like Mark really needs his like 1-drops in this matchup. I know before he said to me, he feels like he kind of just needed to cheese out these control decks at times. Just like with choke or something like that, or just like be really fast.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's deck is certainly capable of just being fast, which is often the way you beat control. But he is not above the cheese sideboard option, like choke. So
boom bust.
We'll see what we end up seeing here. But did you get boom busted while you're playing Teamer like Valakut?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd feel bad.
I'm like thinking like, okay, tap your team, draw a card. Is like, all right, cool. He's like, you're tapped out. I was like, yeah. It's like bust. I'm like, I'm never playing around this card.
It's not one I'm expecting.
That's not one on the.
It's not on a radar here on the old Meadows radar.
And I know a lot of cards on the old Mark Anliker radar. I know a lot of them.
So Mark better turn 1 here. The old with the old Wild Nicottle. Meanwhile, Zach is turn 1 Serum Visioning. 2 land on top.
I think you want to keep those.
I think he's keeping 1.
London Mulligan. Did he draw land off of Serum? He drew a Sacred Fountain. If I want Mark to play only basics, but he's not going to because he has a Wild Nicottle.
So there's definitely going to be a shock or a fetch to a shock. And here's the Wooded Foothills going to doubtlessly, before combat damage, go get a Sacred Foundry.
I don't know why he does this, like, attack for 1. Haha.
Because if it gets pathed,
He's tapped out.
that's true. In this case, there's no reason to delay at this point.
Goif, this 2-3.
Hey, you know what? That's
Slightly better
than the
Xander
the 1-2 we had last round.
Slightly better Xander Storm. That's a Zach still don't have white mana. But London Mulligan is nice.
He's got a Field of Ruin, so I guess he does have white mana if he needs it. But that is a long way to go to get it.
Yep.
And I think this is definitely the kind of game that Mark ends up winning.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, we got white mana. There's a Azorius Guildgate that you were talking about. The one where
The Azorius Guildgate. If Zach does not activate that colony, it's basically Azorius Guildgate. Am I wrong?
you are. I don't think you're wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
But you're not going to say I'm right either, are you?
Zach just look at that. Zach just put up, and I hope he casts it. I hope he casts it. It's a Weeaboo Narset. There's a Weeaboo Narset in his hand.
Yeah. See, look. He's basically playing this card in his modern deck.
I mean, it's not wrong. Our stream runner is letting us know sees no difference between this and the Celestial Colonnade. When we're giving one away, so we should probably stop talking about the card so poorly. But meanwhile, so this is 3D chess if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Zach, Field of Ruins, Mark,
planes.
and Mark responds by flashing an Aven Mind Sensor, which blanks Zach getting a land off the Field of Ruin. Which, that's the dream.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah, Zach. I think Zach loses this now.
Zach has essentially lost this game to, oh, the Noble Hierarch's untapped. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
Bop.
Beep, bop, boop, boop.
Zach was only able to search the top 4 cards, rather, of his library for land, and he did not come up lucky.
I mean, so this goes to 5.
Yeah.
He needs draws like another Azorius Guildgate right here. I mean,
Flooded Strand.
that doesn't do it because he takes one.
Yeah, he's so done.
Wait, no, he can bring in the Snapcaster Mage as blocker.
Is that a Supreme Verdict?
Yes. Yeah, so
okay, I was wondering
what
if that
he needs to do here is
he needs to survive next turn. That's what he needs to do. Bottom line, right?
Yeah.
It seems his one line is snap,
cast Serum
cast Serum Visions because why not? And pray Mark Anliker does not have a burn spell.
No, he can chump block.
Yeah, you can chump block, but he's going to take 5
no.
regardless.
Flooded Strand is stopped by Aven Mind Sensor.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Although he was just able to fix his draw with Serum Vision, so he could like put a land second from the bottom, like set himself up to get around it.
No. He put a land.
None of this matters if Mark has a Helix or Bolt, though.
Yeah,
by the way.
because he can. Yeah. So it shouldn't matter, I think, because this Aven Mind Sensor actually just won Mark the game.
Yeah, I don't know if Zach put a basic land or a shock land. No, it had to be a basic land.
No, his first 2 cards were
he didn't. Okay.
Detention Sphere, Mana Leak, so I think he just bought them both because he knows what he needs here.
It'd be interesting to see if he gets bailed out by there being a basic in the top 4.
Yeah.
Are
we just going to attack for 4 in the air? Oh, we are. Go to 4.
Yep.
All right. If he draws basic planes.
Has to be a basic plane.
I mean, he can
has to be.
Fetch Shock.
Field of Ruin.
I mean,
I mean, you go.
We can Cryptic Command.
Okay, yeah. He's got Cryptic Mana.
I know, but he can't really bounce Aven Mind Sensor.
I mean, he's at 4, so he's not gonna die to beats, or he's not gonna die to a Bolt.
That's what you think.
Well, he's only got 1 red. He's got 2 nobles, but only 1 red. So he's only going to cast 1 bolt if he's got it.
No, yeah. Mark does have a Grim Lava Man in hand. But like Grim Lava Man doesn't do much because like Zach's on like sweeper or bust.
Yeah, I mean, the worst thing Mark could do right now is play that Grim Lava Mancer.
Yeah.
That is good because Zach needs to get to plains.
Yeah.
End of song.
Story.
End of song. And you know, that's what he doesn't die. He doesn't die if he sees a plains. Draws.
That's not a play.
That is an island.
I mean, he might just have to go for it next turn.
I mean, he's going to get another draw, and then he's going to have to pray to top deck Jesus and hope that there's a plains in his top 4, or there's just no hope. Does he have another cryptic?
If he has another cryptic, that's... I think...
It's hard for me to tell if he's got another
I know he has a Weeaboo Narset.
He's got a Weeaboo Narset.
All right, he's going for it this turn. He's like,
oh!
Wait, no, that's settle.
Oh, no! 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 Although he could bottom both and just do it.
I mean, he
bottom
has
both
to.
and do it.
He has to.
Bottom both and do it.
Wait, no, he has another cryptic, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to bottom both, I think.
Well, if he has another cryptic, he shouldn't have done this.
No, I think what he's doing is he's trying to like see your vintage draw cards and like see if the top 2 cards or a land he could fetch with his Flood Strand.
Right.
And if they're not, I would recommend just bottom in both. What?
He's keeping.
Oh, he's keeping the
Okay, so he's just gonna he's just gonna play the island.
Yeah,
so
he
you
does
can
have another
cryptic.
cryptic. Okay.
All right, that'll do.
I mean, I think Zach's giving him the most opportune look.
Zach is giving himself as many chances as he can to extend this game.
Yeah.
Because obviously Cryptic 2 Electric Boogaloo is about to happen.
Yeah.
Mark is in the same position he was before.
All right, I mean, Thrun's whatever.
Yeah, Thrun at this point is just, that's fine. Like
tap team draw. Thrun is tap technically.
Yes.
All right.
Here it comes.
Wait,
there's a second Weeaboo Narset.
Wait. You know what I would have done if I was actually Zach? I would have, after Thrun Resolve, tap your team, balance Aven Mind Sensor. Like, because that guarantees you get it.
I want to say there's a hollowed fountain.
Yeah, so, I would have just snapped.
So he can now finally get that second white.
You could just, like, tap his team, bounce Aven Mind Sensor, so it's like it was uncastable. And then once you verdict this board away, Mark doesn't have white mana. I would attack for 2 here first.
Goes to 2. Here it comes. The moment we've all been waiting for.
All right, good.
Swing. Like, hold on. Swing for 2 first.
Yep.
Now Supreme Verdict.
Yeah, so
Hold
Zach's
up.
at 2, though, so, like, he's dead to a bolt, or, like...
He's dead to Grim Lava Mancer not dying, also.
Well, he does have the fairy.
Yeah, so...
I really hope Mark draws a bolt right here just to laugh.
Just so that, like, all of this we've just gone through doesn't matter. Or now he's got Helix. No, here's Goyf. Here's Grim Lava Mancer.
Yep.
And that's it. So...
maybe. We do have the fairy.
Yeah, but Teferi's only going to get rid of 1 threat.
So we can Teferi and hope we draw something.
Yeah, so he would play. So he'd have to play Teferi,
bounce
Grim Lava Mancer, because that definitely kills you no matter what.
Yep.
And then he needs to draw a blocker or answer for Tarmogoyf off the draw.
So no. You see, if he Zach just like tapped his team and bounced Aven Mind Sensor, so he could use Flood Strand to get basic planes, he would be at 3 right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about Grim Lava Mancer killing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 1 damage is definitely important now to Zach's situation.
Totally. And like the top deck land was actually huge for Mark because it allowed him to double threat right here.
Yeah. Was 1 threat. Okay, Weeaboo Teferi.
Gosh darn it.
Weeaboo Teferi must bounce Grim Lava Mancer and does draw.
Oh,
Path to Exile! It's gonna keep going, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, no, he still has to deal with Grim Lava Man, the recast.
Well, but he's not gonna be able to activate him right away.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get another draw. He's gonna be able to play Weeaboo Narset and be able to impulse. Like he can dig more.
Yeah. So we gotta path this Tarmogoyf, right?
Absolutely, no doubt. He has to path Tarmogoyf. Period. Unless for some reason attacks Teferi, which I very much doubt. All right, so that's pathed.
When you're lucky, right?
Better lucky than good, my friend. I mean, that's insanity. But yeah, so what Mark will replay Grim Lava Man, and now Zach gets to draw, and then if that doesn't present an answer, gets to play Weeaboo Narset, Impulse, and potentially see an answer there.
Oh no!
Knight of the Reliquary.
No, that's actually really bad because like Zach has angels.
Yeah, it's actually less of an issue for him to deal with.
Wait, is there a land that?
So Zach's gonna go ahead and just go to 1 because why not, right?
It's the same as 2.
Same as 2. It's just as dead. Yeah, I don't know why not just play Grim Lavamancer again. You know it's a winner if you want to tap with it. You know you just have won.
And he has enough mana to activate Colonnade.
Yeah, so you can block at a minimum with that. Don't understand not considering your opponent's life total, it does not make sense.
Yeah,
to me.
Grim Lava Man. If you untap a Grim Lava Man, you actually just win the game. Magic the Gathering.
Yes, it's printed on the card.
Yeah.
So
they did not reprint Barbering.
So Weeaboo Narset makes an appearance.
Yeah.
That might be the most expensive card in his deck right now.
It's not foil, so no.
Okay. And Impulse.
He whiffed.
He whiffed on the Impulse.
Wait, no, he got Detention Sphere.
Oh, D-Sphere. Oh, yep, that'll do. Yeah, foil Weeaboo Narset's $250 right now, friends.
Yeah.
Tick up
Teferi. So he's just going to D-Sphere this Knight, or does he play Angel? He's thinking about, what does he have that matters? Mark could have some weird land, but he had to, tap Knight to activate the land. So I think just playing Angel here is safe.
I think it's the right call, too. Because if Mark attacks in... I mean, also, this is all not... doesn't matter if that's a bolt.
Oh!
Oh, jeez Louise. My